Alright. Shalom, shalom, family. Nah. Had y'all heard the news today? They finally calling it an act of God in California. I'm gonna put the link down below. They finally calling it an act of God. So they starting to realize that something supernatural is happening here. They don't even understand how tree branches flying here and flying there. They finally calling it an act of God, family. Finally. And so now we realize that it's judgment time. Now we realize that it's high time to act. It's high time to do. You see, you rich? You see, the judgment of a nation trickles down to its people. And you rich, you've been complacent. Everybody who has a house in California, while the poor begins to increase, the population of the poor increase, and they have all these expensive houses and luxurious places, and they're only caring about their immediate family and their environment while they stack up and save up on money, and still they hear the news about the poor and stuff like that. Every single one of you have been judged and are being judged right now by what they call it, an act of God. You hear me? Every one of y'all being judged right now, because when you get the wealth of the Most High, of the wealth, that's really what it is. Because you got to understand, all things belong to the Father, and all y'all supposed to be stewards over the wealth that you have, and stewards with a heart that is so loving that you won't rest until your brother next to you, your neighbor, and your stranger in your quarters, within your walls, is satisfied, is helped, is provided for. So while y'all sitting up here, living in your luxury and living in your wealth and forgetting about the poverty and the hurt and everything like that, now the judgment of the Father is falling down upon you, because your heart is so cold. And now the Most High is getting ready to heat things up. So you got to understand the judgment that you under, because it's a perfect judgment for you. It's a perfect judgment for you. Your hearts have been cold, and now it's time to lay things down, And look, here's the thing. I contemplated another reason why these curses are going to take their time with you. Though the Most High is powerful enough to overshadow any of your financial aid that you can provide towards anything that he does, he still does it at a measure that your money, your sustenance could seem to find a remedy for, right? And then boom, it springs back up again. You're not going to be able to stop this. It's going to keep happening. If you think you can pacify it now, wait until you might already be at the point. Gotta wait till this bus pass, because what I'm getting ready to say is very important. You might already be at the point where you can't stop it anymore. For judgment probably has been down upon our heads for a long time, but y'all been making every effort to use your powers and all your resources to hide the truth from us. And the Father has already put judgment in the world, but every time you use, like for example in the Philippines, a 6.1 I believe magnitude earthquake just hit them. And I don't know how much that's got to be before they call that an act of God as well. But it hit them. Okay? And with the media, the very first thing they tell you, an earthquake hits, then following right after that, they got to tell you the cause, so that your mind can be directed in everything else that follows. Because if they tell you that there's no cause, you're going to believe that God did it. And the thing is, they don't want you to believe that he out here doing this stuff. They're trying to keep you from it. But I'm telling you truly, don't listen to the wicked. Don't let their money blot you out from the kingdom of heaven. Because you sitting here believing the moment they pacified, oh, that couldn't have been God. The moment they supplied it, oh, that couldn't have been God. But Most High got them deceived. They're going to keep using their money and think they can avoid this thing. The Most High got them deceived. You don't listen. I don't understand how important what I'm telling you is, do you? I know they got some of y'all out there that do, and I appreciate y'all. Praises to the Most High. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all out there. Y'all keep fighting and searching for this truth. And me, I'm just trying to make sure I unlock some keys within your mind so that you can, your search can be directed. You feel me? So out here, judgment is happening. The wicked have been pacifying it and trying to blot us out from the truth for the longest. We're probably already in a recession right now. We're probably already in a recession, in a recession. But the Fed is using all its money and resources to blot us out from that. Come on, like we're probably already under everything that we already fear. But because of the power and the money that this nation seems to have, they're keeping all the judgments hidden from you. The thing they're hiding from you is the judgments that's upon our heads. Come on, bruh. Our heads, yeah, the whole world getting it. Oh yeah, and I'm crazy, right? That's fine. I'm gonna stay crazy in my crazy lane while y'all stay whoever the wicked, whoever in their mind, conceives what I'm saying to be crazy. Stay in your lane, I'm gonna stay in mine. And this is happening. They called it an act of God, family. And those of you that can't agree with that, no, that can't possibly be no act of God. Come on. The Most High can move his finger just like mine. He can move his wrist just like I can move mine. You feel me? He can talk just like I can talk. Y'all foolish. So stay in your lane, I'm gonna stay in mine. Nah, this judgment that's happening around us. Got this loud plane, but it is what it is, family. Look, I just wanted to do a quick video and let y'all know, you're rich, you're being judged. The nation is being judged and the rich are being judged, right? And it's more than that. Like all of these, y'all not gonna be able to, y'all probably have no idea. It's just a veil over what really is right now, that you're living right now. You think you got more time. As long as they keep you docile and you're mainly focused on that career that you're living, and all you can see is your career and everything that deals with your career, but you can't see nothing that's going on in the world. That's exactly what he wants. As long as you stayed and focused on his temporal things, the world, as long as you're focused on its temporal things, as long as you're honed in on your career or your immediate family, even, you honed in on these things while unable to look at what the Most High is trying to tell us. You see, the Noah of today is the Most High himself. You understand me? Because I believe it took Noah 100 years in the making, during his prophecy time, to speak to people and tell them a deluge is coming, a deluge is coming, a deluge is coming, And so Noah spent his time telling people, this is happening, but yet they laughed at him. And the Most High himself is the one who's telling you it's time. And he's using the wealth of the world to make this thing happen slowly. He's using the world's own wealth to make it happen slowly by sending specific measures of judgment. Don't you understand that the sun, even in and of itself, we only get a measure of its true potential power? And the Most High mathematically calculates that measure in need with regards to the earth. So how much more do you think he can mathematically calculate his judgments so as to send the right amount to deplete the right amount of resources at the right amount of time, and while also simultaneously sending a message to those who truly believe in their own hearts, and those who will believe and begin to live right on account of seeing and believing, because those who don't believe in the Most High will not believe that these judgments are now happening. If you do not believe in him, don't you understand that a name is not the phonetics or the sound of a name isn't enough with regards to believing a person, the acts of the very person? Like if you call me Anaya, as opposed to and say that I am this type of person, or I'm that type of person, as opposed to me actually doing something that shows you what type of person I truly am, and manifesting a type of person in an extreme environment, that's the only thing that truly shows you. That's why even Christ said, even until death. You understand? Because if you hold this thing down, this truth down all the way unto death, family, that is the most absolute statement that you could ever make that will render salvation unto you. There's no greater sacrifice. And when you understand that, you will understand that there are many end points in every situation that manifests who a person truly is. And now y'all got the chance to repent. And those who do not believe who the Father is, the one who's moving his hand and you say, oh, that's not his hand moving, who winks his eye and you say, oh, that's not his eye winking. Come on, man, let's believe his movements that are happening in the earth. The Father is moving in the earth right now. Believe it. That's how can I be more direct? He's moving. Believe his movements, family. Do not doubt his movements. Come on. Be you saved. Be you reborn. See the hand of God moving as if it were a hand moving right in front of your face. Believe. Because he's moving. And he ain't stopping. And he just gave me a thought that made me laugh and correct the error of my thinking just recently. You know, to think that anything will move forward, slow down, speed up, come or not come on account of anything that we can do is error. To look at yourself and say, oh, I did this, so he's not going to do that, is error. Because you don't control nor dictate the movements of the Father in this hour, which is his day. You have no say-so on his day. You understand me? The great day that is upon us right now. You have no say-so. So he's going to move his hand. If you're in the way, you're going to get caught. And those that are in the way are sinners, and sinners alone. The only way to move out of his way is to cease your sin. And look, let me encourage some people who may be struggling with their stronghold. You know, if God saves only those who have no blemish, who have absolutely no defect in his presence, at his throne, which one of us would be saved? Not a one. Because we all have defects. And we all have blemishes. So on that accord, your best bet is to search as far as you can with what scriptures you know, believe them and follow them. Wherever you are established, start right there and follow that, because the heart that is in you is your greatest means to salvation. That's why he said, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. Your own salvation is merited from your heart and your heart. I can't say your heart alone. I was gonna say that, but your deeds do. If your heart says one thing and your deeds do another, you got some big issues that you're dealing with. So you got to unite these things: your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your deeds. All these things have to be one. And if they are found to be one in the presence of the Most High, you will obtain that salvation that you seek. Purity, that's what's called purity. That's the true nature of purity in life. Fighting to make these things one. You purify yourself. You truly baptize yourself in that process. And when you understand that, you could begin your journey. I mean, I could tell you several things to help you, that I've experienced myself. So I'm gonna post some videos, more videos, because I've already posted a good few, but more videos to help you all, so that you can all reach up to the throne with the greatest effort that you can muster, okay? And then knowing that He's a good man, the Father, He's a good one. You will trust in His righteousness. You will trust in His mercy, and that's what life should have been about from day one. And you'll be so far ahead than what you can muster now. But the thing is to encourage you to muster that up, whatever you have on the inside of you that is right and good, and a great effort towards Him. Take that effort. Take that effort and continue to study and continue to grow. And your effort will grow to become greater and greater and greater. And so, as the mustard seed, you grow. So fight in this life. For we are now in the hour of the end. And the wicked can't hide it anymore. This world cannot hide it from you anymore. It's growing and it's growing and it's growing exponentially, supernaturally, divinely. You understand me? This is growing and this is happening. We are in judgment and this is the end. I just wanted to do this video real quick. All right, peace, blessings, and shalom, family.